Yeah. So.
Did you get all your spices and shit out?
No. I can do that, like in the first
I kind of set stuff out as far as what I thought you would want.
Cool.
Where it is. That's cold stuff anyway.
Alright, we appear to be live. We're not dropping frames.
Do you want your paper?
No, because I want my strip. Which I brought home my white apron. Huh? That's true. I'll do that.
Short one, actually, having to rag.
Yeah. I should get, like, one of those.
Yeah. I don't know where it is. I just saw the red one somewhere.
I'm trying to think of where it would be. It might be in my orange bag.
No,
Let's see.
I think I saw it, like... Hi, everybody.
Hi, Doug. Sorry, we're talking about aprons and shit. We're a little disorganized to start.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Yeah.
I took a final today.
I'm looking for my apron.
A little disoriented. I'm a very visual memory person, and so I'm trying to do like the mental inventory of where I think I saw it. Right now, that's not helping. So, hope everybody's having a good Friday. We're making some good stuff tonight. Got all our vegetables washed and ready to go. I hear feet coming upstairs.
Yeah, I couldn't find it. I use this one then, the halfway.
Do you want to wear mine and I can do that one?
That's fine.
Okay.
Whatever, it's fine. How are you doing tonight, Thug?
Cut my thumb.
Doing what?
Putting some away in the cabinet.
It's nice. Hey, what's up, Turtle? Welcome.
Nothing. What are you afraid of?
Chilling, nice. You at the gym today already? I know you're a gym guy. He's young. It's okay. I went to the gym when I was young.
Yeah. I have to like go interview people at the gym on my campus.
Is my knife over there?
This one.
Yeah. I'll use that one.
I'm gonna feel very inept. Hi, I'm an old lady that's super out of shape.
Might pass out soon? Okay.
I'm gonna try to get a free personal training.
Nice, you went earlier today. Good stuff. Yeah, hopefully the cooking content will keep you awake for a little bit, but I will not be offended if you fall asleep. Alright, so we're going to start with making a little cabbage salad. So what we're going to cook in total... So we're going to be making veggie wontons, and I'm going to do them kind of like pot stickers, where we're going to boil them and then sear them. So the filling that we're making, we've got some extra vegetables that we're going to turn into a salad on the side. We're also going to do some roasted cod.
Do you need the oven set?
Or
not yet?
I mean, we can go ahead. No, let's keep it off so it doesn't get too hot. And then some roasted cod in a different style of preparation than we've done before. So we're actually going to be heating up the oven, and while we do that, we're going to have either a sheet pan or some sort of oven-safe dish in there getting hot with it, and just add the fish right into that hot pan, and it'll start cooking right away, and then finish it in the oven. So.
With the cabbage, if you want to slice it, and I rinsed it a little bit already. Say this on the stream. I've rinsed the cabbage leaves a little bit already, but we probably want to give it another rinse. So we're going to slice it up both for the salad and the wontons. And then I have a colander already on the side. And then we'll give it another rinse. And that way we'll make sure that it's very clean. And it'll be prepped for both dishes.
Now this is kind of optional. I like to kind of remove. So see on this piece of cabbage, this leafy part up all through here is the good stuff. That has the most flavor. This part here is pretty dense and woody to the tooth, so I actually like to remove a chunk of that. So what I do is I essentially just cut like a little triangle out of it, so I'm left with all of the good stuff with a little bit of it still. But just
I'll probably save that though. We've got a bag in the freezer with some broccoli stalks already, so that'll make a nice soup with, kind of like a broccoli cabbage puree.
yeah, I mean, this is, I would recommend doing this if you're going to be eating it raw, or if you're just going to be kind of very quickly cooking it, because which is what we're doing in both preparations. If you were putting this into something that was going to cook a long time, be it a stew or a soup or something that's really going to break down, it wouldn't be. And again, this isn't even necessary to have it raw. Like, you can absolutely just
or use it with
but
dip. It's good. So there's plenty of applications for it. But even if I didn't have the broccoli in the freezer, we would probably do that. But since I've got it in there, we've got pretty much enough stuff for a soup ready to go. I'll show you the bag in a minute once we've got it poured.
And again, since I'm like in the process of changing computers, and because it's a Mac and sucks to stream with, I just have some music playing behind me. Let me know if it's too loud, too soft, if we're drowning out. I'm kind of going the poor man stream route while I figure out my computer situation. It should be good to go next week. So, yeah. Anybody doing anything fun over the weekend? Got weekend plans? We are actually going to go to our local fair to experience, since our first time in Colorado, going to a fair.
Don't really know what to expect. It seems like kind of like a mix of Denver hipster meets real fair.
Yeah. So then to prepare this, I'm just going to kind of slice these down the middle to kind of give them so they're not too big. And then I'm just going to go across them pretty fast, but just like in a nice thin slice.
You don't want these blue?
No, they're going to be too bitter.
So I'm putting these cores in the bag that we have in the freezer.
You could probably just put those in there too.
Yeah. Which has, like I said, some broccoli cores. We've also got some celery, some bell pepper, onion, parsley. And it's just, we'll put some of the scraps that we've got from this stuff tonight in here too. And by the end of this, we should have enough stuff to make a nice soup. We've made stock like this before with the kind of stuff we have in here. It'll probably make a better, like, pureed vegetable soup.
Yeah. The stock, because they, these have, well, the cabbage doesn't as much, but the broccoli has a lot of chlorophyll in it, even in the stem. That leaches out, and it tends to give your stock kind of a more bitter taste to it. But that's because you're cooking it for so long.
Right.
If you're just going to make a soup, it's not cooking as long, so it should be a better preparation of it.
Yeah, we can just toss that in for an hour or two with just some water and seasoning, and then either in a blender or we've got like a stick blender. Just whiz that down, some garlic and stuff, and basically like free soup because it's just leftovers. And
Yeah, it's stuff that a lot of people would have thrown away that we want to put to use still. Can you get me a bowl for this, please?
I want to rinse it again.
Oh, that's right. I forgot, sorry. Can you just start collecting that? I will not.
So we're gonna rinse this again. It was washed once already as whole leaves, but cabbage is pretty dirty. This is Napa cabbage. You could use green cabbage if you wanted. Bok choy would work well too, but it's got a little bit more water content to it, which is why we went with the Napa cabbage. The purple or red cabbage tends to change color as you cook it, especially when you cook with any kind of vinegar. So that's why we went with the Napa cabbage. And you can see like one small head of Napa cabbage makes probably, 4 or 5 cups of shredded cabbage. And the wontons we're only going to need about half a cup to a cup. So that's why we're making another salad on the side. We've got so much left over, we might as well use it. And we're basically going to pickle it so it'll last a long time.
We're going to do a red bell pepper with this, give it some color and some extra texture, some flavor. And yes, hello Holiday to Hospital, thanks for coming back again.
Yeah.
We will probably not be smoking at the at the fair, but around the weekend.
Bring some of your treats.
True. Yeah, we could bring some edibles. So I'm just gonna remove that inner rib from
I wonder if
this.
there'll be any of those companies at the fair.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't
thinking.
remember seeing anybody like that on the...
Yeah, it's probably too family friendly because it's
Yeah.
not going to be a 21 and over atmosphere.
Alright, so we're just gonna let that drain for a little while. Probably squeeze it out, maybe even a little bit. We don't have a salad spinner. So, I've got the metal bowls over on that. You alright?
Yeah. Just like stabbed instead of cut.
Do you want me to shred the carrots or are you gonna cut them?
Let's shred them.
Alright.
Okay. Should I put this in a bowl?
Yeah, there's bowls back here. So we're just gonna set the ingredients aside in a bowl as we get them prepped.
So I've got the red bell pepper in here now. And then again, we'll add quite a bit of this cabbage into it. Mrs. Biscotti is going to shred the carrots.
Carrots.
Thanks for that host, Turtle. I'll do like 1 scallion.
Where are you?
We needed 2. So yeah, I can do 2. I'm gonna do some scallions. Put that right on in. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Creative? How you doing? just gonna put a little bit of ginger in here as well. So I'm gonna do just peel some of this around. That piece. Can those come back to visit? Now you could also grate the ginger if you prefer. I actually like some of the fiber from the ginger in tasting things, so I tend to leave it a little bit more chunky like this. And I'm still going to cut it very fine. Oh, I'm learning people's real names in here. I'm not going to remember them anyway. So get a nice bit of ginger in with our salad. Is any of the parsley for the salad?
Sure. The radishes.
I'll do the radishes first. So we got some radishes. Now, we even scrubbed these pretty hard to get rid of some of the skin on them. You can see there's areas where that red is starting to fade off. That's because we gave them like a really good scrubbing over the sink. It's just, obviously to remove the dirt, but also the inside of the radish is what tastes the best to me. So banging off some of that skin is a good thing in my eyes. You can also do that same process with like potatoes and carrots and really any root vegetable.
That's 2 carrots there that I've shredded.
And then I'm going to slice these in half to give myself a flat surface to cut on. It makes it a little bit safer for me. I've already stabbed myself once tonight, so I'd rather not do that anymore. But by doing it that way, you get these really fine, like paper thin pieces. Because radishes, again, they have a pretty strong taste to them, or like flavor. It's almost like a peppery. I like them to be sliced very thin.
You could also shred them too.
Yeah, you could absolutely shred this. You could, just like run it through a grater. There's lots of different preparations you can do. I just like being able to kind of keep their original shape a little bit. And this way every piece still has a little bit of the outside red to it. So
yeah,
I just think it...
color. But if you're nervous about doing the chopping like this, you could use the shredder. It would be a little safer. The texture of it like this is nice.
Yeah, I mean, go at your own pace. There's no reason to try and go super fast. Again, I did this professionally for years, so.
And having that nice flat surface makes it much safer.
Exactly. Like, I have the confidence to go that fast.
That's one of
when
the
it's
key
flat.
steps. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. You want to cut stuff like that? So culinary school was essentially 2 years, and then I worked as a professional chef for another 3-ish years. So take about 5 years of I mean, you could do it faster than that, because obviously I was doing it at some point during there. But yeah,
Practicing.
it's just practice. Things I like to practice on, radishes are actually good. Strawberries are really good to practice on. They're one of my favorite things to cut. Mushrooms, especially the like white button ones, like these. It's like the shiitakes are kind of a pain because you're gonna get like an uneven everything, but the white button ones, you can slice them right down the middle in half, and then you've got a nice flat cutting surface. And you could do, practice that same style. Just go slow at first. I don't know if were you here when I kind of showed cutting techniques and like how to protect your fingers and like how to kind of start slow and work your way up. I don't think we were homies quite yet. If not, I will show you a quick one after this if you're not falling asleep. But yeah, I mean, you can already see like our salad, even without the cabbage, is already a very pretty mix of like, the white and the purple, some red, some orange, some green, even some yellow from the ginger. It's going to be a really pretty, very bright salad with some nice clean flavors to it.
And it really just came because we were going to have extra cabbage and some of extra like scallions and parsley and stuff. We had radishes already left over in the fridge. So we really just needed to buy a couple of it. I had to get some carrots and a bell pepper, and that was pretty much it as far as extra ingredients that we needed to get for the whole meal tonight. And it's going to give us a good amount of food for the meal and for the weekend.
Don't think you can see her, but we got Kimbo featured in the kitchen. Yeah. Doge.
That's for the wontons.
Both of them?
Oh no, that's for the fish. I'm sorry.
I thought, because the fish called for one pepper?
We'll call for one red chili, and then they didn't have any red chilies, so I got both. So use whatever you want between everything.
Well, I was going to use like a little bit of each in the salad, and then the rest for the fish.
Okay.
That's
fine.
So that way we can, because like...
Say just if you want some of the wontons too, you can.
Potentially. I don't know.
Here, I'll get a little bit of that. Decide what you want to do.
We can do a mix.
That's how things happen.
Kimbo's all up in my business.
She missed you today.
Yeah, she was kind of a little extra affectionate tonight.
Imagine how spicy that is. Just tasting it to see how spicy it is.
Yeah. It tastes like bell pepper to me.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why I was like going to use more of this in the salad.
That's fine. It
and
looked
less
like
of the
it wasn't
jalapeno.
super spicy.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't look like it.
They were restocking the produce section.
Gotcha. But that is something important to do, is taste your products. Understand what you're using. I kind of take that for granted sometimes and just go ahead and add and know that like I'll be fine with it. But if you're cooking for somebody else and you have different palates,
especially with something like meat.
Yeah, exactly. Like taste it, know what you're working with before just blindly adding it.
We've got the same bowl too. You can add.
Mm-hmm.
Put that in the dressing.
Hmm?
I was gonna put that in the dressing.
Now we're gonna go ahead and add. Said we need about half a cup, right?
I think so. You got the recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's about half a cup, I think. Maybe even a little more still. Don't need to be overly cabbagey. So now we've got all of these flavors. Have I ever used ceramic knives? Hold that thought. Boom! Got a Santoku style ceramic knife. And like a paring knife. I do not have a full chef's knife ceramic knife.
We like them, so.
I like them. They're on the expensive side, and I have a pretty nice knife collection already. So it's not something I've invested in. But now that I'm cooking more again, it might actually be that could be a
Especially
Christmas
like a vegetable
idea,
knife,
or
yeah. Do you want me to make the dressing for that?
Yeah, if you could. I think we're good on this. But yeah, I mean, you can see this has already come together into a nice pretty salad now where we've got the cabbage, the carrots, the peppers, we got a little bit of heat, the radishes, the green onion. So there's lots of different colors, lots of different textures. It's going to be very nice and crisp to the taste. 2 whole sets of ceramic knives, 5 to each set, $30 each. Oh, that's a great price. Yeah, I tend to look at very expensive
I like that
cutlery.
episode of Bob's when he goes.
Yeah, for the $300.
Yeah. Like, are we doing this?
I think we're doing this. Like, give her a bunch of credit cards, spread it around. Okay, so Mrs. Biscotti is going to make a dressing for that.
I'll tell you what I put in it. After
Yeah,
making it up as
that's
well.
fine. Do you want, like...
I want some of the mirin and the sesame oil, please.
We're kind of low on sesame oil, so use it lightly.
Sparingly. Okay.
Is the mirin in the fridge?
Or not mirin, I'm sorry, rice vinegar.
Okay. Do you want the seasoned?
Okay.
The seasoned will be more like mirin. Cool. Okay, so next, what did I say? We'll make the filling for the wontons.
I think so.
Yeah.
You just finish chopping shit.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, so next up we're going to make the filling for the wontons. Hey, what's up, Garbanzo? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, you like... I got a whole great outfit going on. So I've got my
Oh yeah, you do.
Colorado Cannabis Tours hat. I've got my Wu-Tang shirt. I've got Mrs. Biscotti's apron. And then I've got my capri, like, sweatpant cutoffs. And then I've got tuxedo socks. I'm just like head to toe ridiculousness right now. So, for this wonton we're going to be making, it's going to be kind of a cabbage and mushroom dominant. Hey, I kind of forgot about that post. That's very...
The tofu's in the fridge.
Okay, thank you. Tofu's going to be in it as well, kind of as our protein source. Yeah, man, my sock game is pretty crazy. I've got an entire, like, big drawer that's overflowing.
Collection.
Yeah, it's kind of gotten out of control. I got into it a couple of years ago, and then so every holiday I would always get socks as presents. I get them a lot just in my industry. Advertising people give each other gifts a lot because we make each other money, so we spend it on each other sometimes. So yeah, I've got a pretty great collection. I'm very happy with it. Shoes and socks are like very important to me. So for this recipe, shiitakes are kind of one of the main things. All good, Garbanzo. Thanks for coming by for a minute. Always appreciate it. So we can use regular fresh shiitakes. You know, they're kind of like the brownish. They almost look like a mini portobello, kind of in that same family. Or, we can use dried shiitakes. So these are just dried out, like dehydrated shiitakes. And what we would do with these is we would get some hot water and steep these in hot water for about half an hour to let them rehydrate. Because we have fresh, we're going to use the fresh, but I at least wanted to show, you know, again, these are just some really like crazy dehydrated, like if I squeeze this, it would just turn into dust.
You can actually grind them
Mm-hmm.
and put them, it's good in like chili or soup, just gives like a nice rich flavor.
And so for this, we're actually going to be getting rid of the stems. They're very dense compared to the the caps have a lot more of a soft texture to them, and we want the dumplings to kind of have a soft inner filling. The crunch is going to come much more so from the cabbage. We don't want it to be overly crunchy. So, we're just going to slice these up. And what's nice about this recipe is all of the vegetables just get cooked together at the same time, and so we can just use one big prep bowl. They're all going to cook around the same amount of time, so we don't have to be like, oh, add this first, add this second. We just kind of add it all in together and let them cook down, because then they're going to get cooked a second time inside the wonton wrapper. And because it's vegetarian, we don't really need to worry about like making sure if there was pork in there, making sure it was getting cooked all the way through. So it's just a little bit of an easier recipe to go by. What?
Honey.
You're welcome. Okay. So next up, we're gonna work with those white button mushrooms, and again, this is something you can use to practice your fast chopping. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the stems on these too for that same reason. These are actually really easy to destem. You can even just use your hands and just push it. Well, that was a bad example. Usually, the stem will just naturally separate from the cap, like that, and it just kind of pops out. Do you want to tell them what's in the dressing?
Once I know it's ready.
Okay. She's still working on the dressing. See, and again, this is something really good to practice chopping with. I really enjoy chopping mushrooms.
Okay, so the dressing here, add the juice and zest of 2 limes, some seasoned rice vinegar. We use a substitute for soy sauce, which is these liquid aminos, but you could use, I'm going the wrong way, every time. Whatever, you know what I mean. You could use soy sauce instead. I got some ground mustard powder, some of the sambal chili paste that you guys have seen us use before, those of you who have been with us before, a little bit of honey, and some toasted sesame oil, a little bit of peanut oil, and a little bit of canola oil. I just shook all that up in a mason jar here, and I'm going to pour that over our salad right now.
Seeing you guys say you wish that you could chop like this, I wish I could frickin' play video games like you guys. I don't even understand that shit that was in that montage today at all. Y'all are nuts. Alright, so we've got our white mushrooms now. Just add those right in with the shiitakes. Add our cabbage right on in there. Uh, 8 ounces of tofu. So that's just one of those.
You want to show this?
Oh, go first.
Huh?
What? Yeah. Go ahead, you can.
Huh?
You can. Alright, so here is the final product of that salad.
Look, we'll have to add a scallion in the question.
Scallion's already in it.
What?
I already put 2 of them in there. But yeah, we'll add some parsley at the end when I chop all of it.
Garlic too.
Some garlic?
If you want.
I don't know if it's gonna need it because it's got the ginger.
Yeah, it's got quite a lot of flavor in there already.
It's good. I'll add more salt to mine.
We can add more to it now. I didn't put any salt, just soy sauce.
Why is this not tearing?
Here, you cut it. Watch out. So this is extra firm tofu. Knife.
And there. Fine, use this one.
And we're cutting it like this because there's water in it and we need to drain it over the sink.
I'm even giving it kind of a light squeeze to try and get out some of that extra water content. And then I'm just going to cut it kind of roughly into quarters, and then I'm just going to kind of crumble it right on in. Bowl over here so you can kind of see it better. I'm just kind of making it into almost the consistency of like a ground meat. What's up?
Okay, go on.
Thank you. Kimbo's not being very good for the camera tonight, but she is very much... Oh, don't look at the cord. Look up. Hey.
Should look at the cabbage.
There you go. Kimbo is anxiously awaiting us to begin the cooking and the falling of ingredients. So next up is ginger. Hey, hey, what's up, Smoke? How's it going, my man? Thank you for coming by. Hope you're having a lovely evening. You can show them that.
This is Kimbo's new friend.
Yeah, so while we don't eat any pig, she goes in on that.
We need a name for him.
Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions of names for our new pig friend, please let us know. The cooking's going great so far tonight. Enjoying all the food that we're making. Had some of the homies in here tonight. I hope that was all right to post in the group chat. I don't know if that was acceptable form of etiquette, but I've just, like I said, I've enjoyed hanging out with you guys the last little bit, so we should be part. Humphrey for the pig.
Humphrey, I like Humphrey. We've got a green one and a purple one.
Yeah.
So we need.
Yeah, the green one is her upstairs pig, so it's actually green with blue polka dots on it. Here, you can have it back. And then the one downstairs is purple with
I think blue?
either blue or red.
I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
Dark purple.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know. I like purple, but it can be a female.
Yeah, for some reason the green seems male and the purple seems female.
Yeah, it just kind of feels that way.
Oh, it is your pig. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna steal it. She gets very butthurt. So I'm just chopping up some scallions. So yeah, Smoke, you didn't get to see, where's the salad? Show them the little salad that we made. So we started off by making this very bright colored, crisp Asian salad.
So that would also be good, like egg roll filler then.
Yeah, this would be really good inside an egg roll. It'd have to be a little bit drier, but this had,
not put as much dressing.
yeah, exactly. This had cabbage, some radishes, where I got to show off my cutting skills. We got some bell peppers, some green onion,
Carrots.
shredded carrots. I feel like there was something else in here. Oh, some peppers, like a little bit of jalapeno. Yeah, so it's a real pretty color. It tastes great. Very nice and crisp.
And we just made a dressing that just kind of matched some of the flavors that we're going to use in the rest of the dishes tonight.
Okay, so our filling for the wontons is essentially done now. So again, this had the shiitake mushrooms, the white button mushrooms, a little bit of the cabbage, some tofu that we kind of just ground up in our hands, some green onion, some ginger. I'm gonna add some garlic. You like seeing food chopped like that, Doug? Well, that's good. That's how I chop a lot of my food.
Yeah, a lot of garlic.
Yeah, it's hard to get into.
Yeah, that was all they had. It was just a
Fine.
massive elephant garlic.
Yeah.
And roast the rest of it.
Yeah. We're good. Yeah, and I've already cut myself once, Smoke. Not so much cut, I stabbed myself. So, GG me.
Did you like the bell pepper?
That's all I had. Okay, yeah, she can have some of that. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't bad, but it was. I was cutting things in an improper way, and in went the knife. Hey, what's up, Tick? Sorry, I forget. I just see bowls and. I know. I'm getting reprimanded for not using my trash bowl and just using our countertop.
Kitchen's all nice and clean right now.
Yeah, we finally sacked up and got some house cleaners. Like I think. Oh shit.
Acknowledge our whiteness.
Yes. That's still clean.
Our house is nice and clean right now.
Yeah.
It's much easier to keep clean when it's at like a certain level of clean.
Tick says hello.
You missed, or yeah, I don't know if you saw Kimbo's pig, but she finally found a toy that she likes to play with.
I don't think Tick saw it. He just got here.
It's off on the side. We'll show you if she gets interested. But like,
Which maybe. Yeah. Let's get the oven started.
what?
425, which used to be my pager code back in the day, because 425 was snack time, and I've always loved cooking, even all the way back to high school. So 425 was my pager code, where it was snack time, because it's 5 minutes after, so you get the munchies. Can you put a sheet pan in there? Because remember, we're gonna like heat the pan.
She had like a purple pan.
Maybe the purple pan actually.
It's like this.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do the purple pan. So 420 a riot. No, you don't like my story of snack time?
Chicken shack.
What's that?
Chicken shack.
Chicken Shack. Now this is dating back to like when I was 15. But yes, Chicken Shack was. Alright. So, got some garlic now. Shit, I lost my train of thought.
The pan.
Pan. Ah, yes. So, for this recipe, we're actually doing something a little bit different. Most of the times you see us cook fish, we're like roasting it on the stovetop to start with, and then putting it into the oven to finish roasting. Another way we've done it is when we cooked it in the paper. It's a French term called en papier, which means in paper, where we made kind of like a little purse for it, and it steams within it. What we're doing tonight is actually heating up the oven pretty hot. We usually cook our fish around 350. We're doing this at 425, like I mentioned. And then we've got a pan in there that's heating up with the oven. So the pan itself is gonna be 425 degrees. That's gonna provide our searing surface. So we're gonna take the fish and put it right onto that smoking hot pan and then finish it in the oven. So it's kind of knocking out two birds with one stone. I like doing it on the stovetop first because I feel like I can control my heat a little bit and just work with it a little bit more closely. But this is a way that you can also prepare stuff and have, like I said, just trying to show some variety of ways. Made frozen dumpling earlier. I felt accomplished, used a wok and did that fancy toss thing you do. Hey, and you didn't, what was it, zucchini I think you had said that you like sprayed everywhere previously? Good job on not destroying your kitchen. I'm proud of you.
This method with preheating the pan too is also good if you're doing like roasted potatoes or something like that. It helps from whatever you're cooking from sticking to the pan because you're getting it really nice and hot, and so it's going to get like a nice sear to whatever the surface is, and so it's just going to get a nice crust to it, and just like have a nice kind of charred outside and then tender flesh on the inside, whatever it is you're cooking.
So I'm chopping this up real nice and fine. Because again, this is going to go inside the dumpling, so I don't want like, as much as I love garlic, I don't want like big chunks of it in there.
Even distribution.
Yeah.
And we both really like a lot of garlic, so we're putting a good amount.
Yeah,
in
the
there.
recipe didn't even call for garlic, but
Yeah.
I'm going in on it because garlic is awesome. So we're going to rotate over and we're going to stir fry all of these vegetables we put together inside our wok. And then we're going to start assembling the dumplings. Once the dumplings are assembled, then we're going to go ahead and boil them in a little bit of water and then sear them off on one side. So they're going to become almost like a pot sticker type preparation.
Kind of melding.
Yeah, we're melding quite a few things together into one recipe.
Here's some stuff over there. You would know what you would want.
Welcome back, Turtle. What's that?
I said I left stuff over there because I didn't know what you would want.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
Do you want the socket?
I think
Do
so.
you want to take this over here now?
Well, no, not yet. Because really, this recipe calls to basically cook everything that I have
Oh,
and then add the sauce like you did afterwards.
Okay.
So maybe can you assemble the sauce?
Yeah.
While I do this.
Everyone scared herself with the pig.
Yeah. So here is the pig tick. This is her new favorite toy, so much so that we got a second one for her. Okay. All right. Yeah. So here's Kimbo with. Yeah. So that's her toy. What's my computer situation? I said I was getting a new one. Yeah. So I'm kind of cheap, and you're fine. I've always used my work computer as my personal computer as well. My computer that I have currently at my job is this MacBook Pro from 2012, and it's kind of a piece of shit. So I'm finally getting upgraded. Like, I'm at the seniority of my work where I'm one of the first ones that gets a new computer. I have no idea what I'm getting, but it is going to arrive at my office on Monday. So when they went to do a backup of all my files, let me get this started, sorry, I'm just sitting here talking. I needed to pull off all the shit that I use for personal use. So things like OBS, and I like to play Heroes of the Storm, and I had Smite on it. And so like I had all these extra programs that I didn't want them to see. So I had to delete all that stuff. Unfortunately with a Mac, OBS and Macs really don't get along. So to have music, yeah, exactly, all the midget porn. No, I like clown porn with the like,
No.
yeah, with the squeaking and the faces and the nose. Mrs. Biscotti hates clowns. So I was saying, OBS doesn't get along with Macs. Hey, what's up, Sam? Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
I have to have music played through my desktop. Yeah, I could buy my own actual PC to do this. Because Mrs. Biscotti has a nice MacBook Pro Air, whatever. I don't know. But yeah, I've started really considering it because I've actually really enjoyed, yes, clown porn with pinto beans. But yeah, I have to also have this additional app within my Mac to get sound to play, and I got rid of that. It's kind of a disaster. So I'm being ghetto today, and I'm just playing music on, yes, Rule 34, very much so. I'm just playing music on my little speaker, and so that's why it probably sounds like crap on your end. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's just... I almost rather be simplified. Minecraft porn. Mrs. Biscotti has an awesome Minecraft sweatshirt, actually.
Oh, where are you going with that? It glows in the dark.
Yeah, it's,
I didn't even know what it was.
What's in the wok? All right, Sam. So we've got cabbage, white button mushrooms, shiitake mushrooms, green onion, tofu, ginger, garlic. I think that's everything. So this is actually going to be making a filling that we're going to put into some wontons, and then we're going to prepare in kind of like a pot sticker method. Oh, back to the Minecraft thing. So yeah, Mrs. Biscotti recently found out that she fits very nicely in a boy's large sweatshirt from Target, which is like, you know, a third of the cost of like a women's sweatshirt. So, being the cheap jackasses that we are.
Well, and they also have cool shit.
Yeah, and boys have, yeah, I mean, she likes Batman and all these different things. So, what? Hi. So she got this sweatshirt that she didn't even know what it was, and I actually have never played Minecraft. Yeah, we watched, again, showing our age, we watched Aqua Teen Hunger Force when it originally came out. We were in college, and the Moonanites were some of my favorite characters ever. And the Green Moonanite kind of looks like the guy in this Minecraft thing. I don't even know who he is. Maybe one of you guys does. And so, yeah, she got this sweatshirt, didn't even know what it was, bought it, and then we found out it's glow in the dark because she was hanging out, and then turned out the lights, and, like, she was glowing. Her whole chest is this, like, green creature. Again, I have no idea what his or her name is in the game.
Do you see the ground listed anywhere? I know, I can't find it. It has to be somewhere. Here. Alright. Right in my room.
So, this is actually our new salt holder. Mrs. Biscotti made this in like a, what is it? I don't even know.
Painting pottery shit.
You know, like painting and pottery thing that she did. So I'm adding some salt and some pepper so we get this seasoned as it cooks. I'm not going to overly go heavy on the salt because we're going to be adding a dressing to this that's going to have, make sure you don't make it like too moist though because it'll leach through. So we might need to not use all of that, like use it in batches to like coat. But it's going to have some soy sauce in it.
Put some on the fish too.
True, that's a good point. And soy sauce has a lot of natural salt content, so.
I made a little extra based on those, since I knew we had some extra then.
And again, because we chopped everything pretty finely, this is all going to cook down, and you know, every bite then is going to get a little bit of each one of these flavors.
You can roast this with the fish.
What's that?
You want to roast this with the
Oh, that's a good call. We can put it right in the pan with... Yeah, let's do that. I like that idea. We'll just hit it with some oil.
Yeah.
16 hours this first time? Yeah, Mrs. Biscotti would shoot me in the face.
What?
If I played a video game for 16 hours straight.
Yes.
And that was his first time playing Minecraft.
Minecraft?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I know it's an insanely popular game. I just have never played it. And don't, obviously then don't understand. That'll work. Like I said, we'll add it slowly. Yeah, I mean, I'm such an old fuddy-duddy. I had never played Pokemon until this Pokemon Go craze. And then I even uninstalled it. I mean, Tick, you saw it when you were here. I was struggling to figure it out and was getting frustrated, and I just didn't get it, but I've re-downloaded it, and I'm having a little bit more fun now. I've taken 2 gyms, taken them down, get my guys on there, come up, something relaxing about taking a dab and chopping down some trees to build a house. Yeah, I can see that. Do you guys, like, I've never really played any of those kind of games. Like, I know one of the popular things right now on Twitch is that game Ark, and it's some sort of survival game where you go around. It seems a similar idea, at least based on that, of going around like harvesting materials and then building shit and like protecting yourself. I don't. Again, I'm an old dude. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, there you go. Yeah, here's the sweatshirt. So, yeah. Who is that? We don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
and
searched like the tag because I didn't know, or maybe it was down here something.
yeah, there was something on here that I did a search.
Yeah. So like, I got it in the wintertime, so I was in
Yeah,
bed
it was this.
with it sleeping, and like this whole guy was glowing, and I didn't know he glowed. What's the?
Huh?
I didn't know that he was able to glow in the dark.
Yeah.
That was one of the best discoveries because he was like
Yeah.
$8.
That's a creeper, they said. Even more like relevant for us. Mrs. Biscotti, the creeper shopping in the boys section at Target.
I was like trying stuff on, and people were looking at me funny. Like, I don't give a shit. A 35-year-old woman trying on stuff in the boys department at Target because I need sweatshirts and I'm not gonna spend $40 when I can spend $8.
But tell me, that guy does not look like that guy, the green one.
The Moonlight, yes, that's
Yeah,
why
no,
I got him.
Yeah, exactly. I just sent them a picture.
Well, that's so
of it.
much better than like this stuff I can get in the women's department anywhere. I would much rather wear that guy. And I got the other one with the bears that wear the sunglasses.
Oh yeah, and like Kanye glasses.
Yeah. That's so much better.
Yes.
You're worried that I'm going to get hit on by the 19-year-olds I'm in class with.
I know, yeah, because I always say, I'm like, I don't want, like, I get nervous with her being in college again because she does not look her age. And I'm always worried she's going to be getting hit on by these, 19, 20, 21-year-old boys that are all fit and shit.
But that's what I wear to class.
Yeah, she wears. So wait, the Creeper is the character in the game that just comes along and blows up all your hard work.
Alright.
You came along in my life and blew up all my hard work.
Hey. I fixed it. I'm the wolf.
Yes, you are the wolf. Oh yeah, I got tuxedo socks, and they even have the like rose. What's that thing called?
The boutonniere.
Boutonniere.
And when I bought those, they asked me if I wanted dried ones. That's good.
All right, so this is cooked down pretty good. And again, there's.
You want to put the sauce in the
Yeah, I do. I mean, it doesn't say to, but I would like to.
Yeah.
So,
It's right there. You can put some cornstarch in it if you want.
nah, I'll just add a little bit at a time. Plus, cooking it will.
Yeah, there's some honey in there. So.
Yeah, it'll thicken up. Savage. Yes. And this would actually be a pretty good mixture to practice your flipping skills with.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because the thing is, if you fuck it up, it's going to go everywhere. But it's nice and loose, so you can get like some nice easy flips on it. Pretty, I don't know. I think it's pretty easy, but again, I'm not a good judge.
You also have like strength, so this is not easy for me
Yeah.
in the walk.
Yeah, I got strong forearms, from doing things with them. Yes.
Pulling daffy.
Yes, exactly. Pulling taffy. So the reason I'm adding just like a little bit of sauce at a time is I don't want this to get overly wet. Because we're going to put this filling inside of a dumpling, and if the dumpling is too wet, it is going to, it could burst or break and leak out. So we're going to be using some of these nice little wonton wrappers. Put it up here, sorry, it's probably easier. We're going to make an egg wash for them.
Can you bowl now?
Yeah, please. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. I'm just going to let this cook out a little bit now. I'm just going to put it back in here. This is nice and clean now, so
Okay.
I washed it. Honestly, it might be that one. It's like it's always the thing with working with wontons too is when this could be done for ravioli, anything that you're stuffing and fully sealing, empanadas, all these different kinds. Yeah, tortellini, things that are filled take way less filling than you would think. Every time even a burrito, like you always end up putting way more than you think, and then you go to roll it up and it doesn't seal.
Burst.
Yeah, or it bursts. And so the key with this is, it's going to be a little trial and error to get the right amount inside the dumpling. But, it's just going to be a little bit. So we'll show a couple, and then Mrs. Biscotti's going to assemble, off to the side while we work on the fish.
This is supposed to make, excuse me, between 30 and 40 wontons.
Right, and you can see this, it's a decent amount of product, but it's not that much. You can see compared to my hand, it's probably 2 big handfuls of product. And, for that to make 30 to 40 dumplings, it doesn't take much to fill a dumpling.
Which the package that we have purchased should have 8 times.
Huh?
8 times 6.
48.
Alright. So we should have enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and we don't even have to do them all. Like, we can even just do like 20 if you want, and then eat some of the filling as is.
No, I know, but I'm just saying we should have plenty in here
Yeah, oh yeah.
to.
It's just a matter of how much you want to make before you get fed up with it and are done.
But point being, you only need to buy one package of the wontons, and it tells you on the back how many servings. There's 8 wraps in servings container, 6. So you've got some idea of how many wraps you've got in there.
Yep. And before working with it, yeah, I'm wearing your apron tick, and Mrs. Biscotti is wearing the one that I wore. I couldn't find my red one again, so yeah.
And I'm not hiding it.
No, yeah, I legitimately don't know where it is. I wore it in the cooking class, and then, do I have clean chef clothes?
Yes.
Okay. So this is looking pretty good. I'm not seeing too much extra sauce runoff. You can see, like, as I push it up, what I'm looking for is if there's like pools of like oil and that sauce in here, I would want to cook it down a little bit more. But I think we're good.
Because that would make the wonton wrapper soggy.
Exactly.
So that's the concern.
So we've got our nice filling now.
Which we're going to need to let that cool a little bit. So I'm going to bring one of our trivets over here.
And you want the top part too? Yeah, I just did the lower part because I wanted to show my Wu-Tang shirt, but I don't want the...
I need to tighten you up some.
Yeah, I mean, this is made, like, it's... Well, actually, it's not that low.
A little bit low.
Okay.
That?
Sure, whatever. I don't care. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
There we go. Better?
Still see your
Yeah, you can still kind of see.
keys? Yeah. There's so many patterns going on right now.
Yeah, I've got a lot going on.
Tim Gunn would not approve.
So next up, I'm going to work on the fish. So I actually need to swing around. Sorry, I'm staring off into the distance, and it looks like I'm probably staring at you guys in the face.
Got some cod that we are working with this evening.
Hey, Amplify. Welcome back. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope all is well. Okay, give a quick Kimbo look in. There she is. I want you to support his practices as you did mine. So yeah,
Hey,
we got
I do that on a daily basis, man.
Yes. We're doing good. Thanks for asking. Well, I can let you answer for yourself, but
Yes, I am doing well.
yes.
And I support my practices.
So for the fish, this is going to be kind of similar to some of the flavors we're working with, but it's not going to be a traditional Asian preparation. So we've got some nice cod. There's just one piece, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to make a little marinade for it. It's over here.
Do you just want to kind of add stuff to this?
Sure. So this is going to have a mix of oregano, parsley, red chili, salt and pepper, and some limes. So pretty simple flavors. I really like the kind of, chili lime flavoring. And it's going to be very heavy parsley. We got this recipe from one of my personal favorite chefs, Jamie Oliver.
Mm-hmm.
He's got kind of a weird reputation here in America because he's done some stuff on bigger network. Go ahead, take it.
That's only recently, really.
Yeah, but back in the day, he used to just be. I mean, I still think he is an awesome chef, and what he tried to do in America was awesome. We just weren't ready for it. Of like getting kids to eat healthier in school, and he just ran into the fucking wall of bureaucracy and having companies like Kraft and Coca-Cola shut him out because he was trying to remove their products from school lunches. Anyway, I'm going off topic. He tends to cook with a lot of fresh herbs. That's like largely a big part of his style. He actually used to have a show where he had a garden and he would pull all of his ingredients from the garden that he was going to use.
Yeah. You see him cooking outside a lot.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, this is going to be a very fresh herb heavy dish, which is he's influenced my style quite a bit. I use a lot of really fresh herbs and I go very heavy-handed with them.
And he's a lot of fun to watch. I would recommend. He's got a lot of YouTube videos. Some of his, cooking shows. He's very natural to watch. It's not just entertainment for the sake of.
Later, Thug. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Hope you get some good rest, and we'll talk to you soon.
It's not just the over the top. It's just he's got a lot of good information, and
I'm actually gonna use a bowl for this.
That's the trash bowl.
I know, but it's been.
And he's still very active in the health community. He's trying to work on I think it's the next Winter Olympics.
Yes.
As far as what they can advertise, trying to prevent companies like Coca-Cola and whatnot.
I'm gonna put some dried oregano in here. And then I'm gonna put all these peppers we just cut up. Another thing, again, I'm kind of turning into reasons why I like him so much. He actually had beverage jelly certified. No, it is. As far as I know, it was not sold as a Hatch chili, so I think you're safe from having to worry about it being a fraud. So Jamie Oliver also, this is years ago, had some restaurants in England, mostly in London. I think in Manchester and Liverpool and some of the other larger areas of England. And he had this concept, and it was called 15. And it was really awesome. So what he did is he went around and got kids out of juvenile hall that were looking to rehabilitate themselves, like the ones that were looking for a second chance. And he basically made them a deal that he would teach them how to cook and set them up in a restaurant. But it was kind of like a one strike and you're out policy because they've already gone through juvenile hall. And so he basically created this whole franchise of restaurants at fine dining, like white tablecloth, very reputable restaurants that were run by kids that were basically given a second chance. He would give them all the cooking knowledge that he could, pass along all of his recipes, cooking techniques, and basically do a crash course of culinary school and teach them everything. And then they would run these restaurants from, everyone from the general manager all the way down to the line cooks were all rehabilitated teens that had gotten in trouble at some point, and he gave them a second chance. So, again, I think he's an awesome person and gets kind of a bad rap here in America. But I love his style and just obviously a lot of what he thinks and feels about people's eating habits and wanting to help, but sometimes going a little too aggressive, and that's why he gets often a negative stigma here in America.
What's unfortunate too, I mean, he's not teaching like fad diets or, he's just teaching like a simple way of eating. It's not, like restricting it's just like eating real food, which is a lot of what we support. And he's also very young, so like to be able to
I don't think he's much older than us.
No. So to have been as active in a lot of the things that he's been able to support is pretty incredible. I have a lot of respect for what he's been able to achieve.
That's parsley to the dumplings too. How to cook like a normal human being. Yeah.
Exactly. Like just, cooking with pretty simple ingredients and, not, when you cook with just like, whole food that you're buying and, you don't need to be as concerned with counting every little thing that you're putting into it. And that's a lot of what his basic philosophy is just, respect the food that you're cooking.
This.
Not a lot of processed ingredients. And just a few basic guidelines and you will generally find a pretty healthy pathway. He's also been very teaching, friends and family how to cook, simple recipes like that too.
Hey, thanks for that follow. Is it okay if I call you Nico? Or Nikau? I'm guessing it's Nico. I know a Nico, so I'm sorry if that's wrong. But yes, thank you for hitting that follow button. Do hope you enjoy your stay. Hope you're learning some stuff. I know we kind of went off on a tangent and started talking about some other stuff, but yeah.
Quite about philosophy of how we cook.
Yeah, no, it's
We're getting the seasonings and herbs together for the fish that we're cooking tonight.
yeah.
We've already got our hot pan in the oven so that when we put it all in there, the fish is going to sear and all the herbs and everything are going to get a nice flavor cooking off right away.
I Ninja Chuck, thank you for that follow as well. You guys are awesome. I appreciate those follows. Continue to grow our little community we've got here. So I'm just getting a little bit of oil on the fish. This will help the herbs make sure that we have stick.
So we've got some parsley, some garlic, some chili peppers. What else do we have in here?
Dried oregano, and then a little bit of the dressing that you had made.
And this is cod. We've got about 3/4 pound, which should be plenty for the two of us tonight and probably even a little bit left over. If you were serving it all at once, would probably be enough for about 3 people.
Yeah.
If you wanted for 4 people, I'd get at least a pound, maybe 1.25 pounds.
So and then what we're also going to do with this, so the preparation method, we cook a lot of fish on this stream for those who are new, and usually what I would do is kind of get a hot pan going on the stovetop, sear off my fish, and then finish it in the oven. What we're doing tonight is we're actually roasting the pan itself in the oven. It's at 425 degrees, so it's creating that hot surface. We're going to put this in there. We're going to drop in some limes and some garlic, and so this will kind of roast along with it. And then once it's finished, we're gonna take the limes that have been kind of charred in the oven, squeeze it on top of that, and then have some roasted garlic with it as well. So, yeah. You're really jealous you didn't come up this weekend? Yeah, you should have come. We missed you, Tick. So I'm gonna swing this around to the other side of the kitchen. So you can kind of see what's going on. I'm gonna leave the smaller camera over here for now. So again, this pan is gonna be very, very hot, which I have. Sorry, I've got kind of a janky setup going on right now. Try and turn this so you guys. No, because I'm just gonna use it to pat. I want this.
Do you need some oil in there?
Yes.
What kind of oil do you want?
Just canola.
Where is it?
It's probably over there by the sink, next to the sink. What's with the gay apron? Yeah, that's plenty. So it started kind of as a joke a while ago. Mrs. Biscotti, I couldn't find my apron. So yeah, you can hear it searing already. Be careful when you're going in with your arm like this, because it's going to have some pop to it.
The pan's already hot, so that's why it's...
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put in the limes and that head of garlic.
So you just rinse it off his hands before we put that back in the oven.
Yes, mushrooms would be very good with this. The wontons that we're making are largely mushroom based, so that's where we're gonna have kind of like as one of our side dishes. So this goes back in that 425 degree oven, and I'm gonna start it just at 10 minutes. That cod will cook pretty quickly. Oh, but going back to it, yeah, this started as a joke. I couldn't find my apron. And Mrs. Biscotti asked if the stream would want to have me wear one of her aprons, and naturally everyone said yes. I put it on. I got a lot of followers that day, so it's just kind of become something that happens pretty frequently on this stream. Is I'm in this apron, so yeah.
Now we need to fill our wontons.
Yeah, we're gonna start filling our wontons. So I'm gonna swing everything back around over here. What about that hat? So I'm actually a chef instructor that's freelancing for the Colorado Cannabis Tours, which is this brand, where I teach a class on how to cook with cannabis. So how to make an infused oil, and then like all the different things you can make with it. I do education process on all the various concentrates like shatter and wax and bubble hash and all this different stuff. So yeah. Hey, Sandwich, thanks for coming by. I need to like probably wash my hands now. So since we're should get a pot of water going.
What?
Pot of water boiling for the wontons. Yeah, a couple of people. In this chat have actually attended that class, and they are very knowledgeable in the cannabis industry and still seem to really get a lot out of it and learn and have some really just have a good time too. So yeah, you wish you could indulge in cannabis, you had to give it up to become a pharmacy tech. Yeah, that's a shame. I don't really know what else to say, but I've always been interested. I actually almost was a chemistry major in college. I've always been very interested in chemistry and thought about pursuing a pharmacy type, pharmaceutical job. We actually have we have a shared friend that's on the research side within the pharmaceutical industry. So he's doing, he actually goes to South America quite a bit, Brazil. Peru, to do research on finding all these different products that they can implement into drugs here to, make them cheaper. And yeah, you like that hat? Yeah. Yeah, I just thought I'd wear it on stream tonight. I don't... For real, Sandwich? Yeah, we really are the same person. Okay, so we're going to start assembling. Yeah, this is cooled off enough now. So this is our filling that we cooked in the wok for the wontons. So this is a mix of some tofu, some white mushroom, some shiitake mushroom, some parsley, green onion, ginger, and then kind of a sauce to bind it all together. That was a mix of various, chili pastes and different, vinegars, some sake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, some sake that we have. We went out for sushi the other night and got a bottle of sake and then realized we didn't want to drink it all, so we have it to cook with. Oh, when the oil pops, I was like thinking, yeah, no worries. I was thinking of like the cannabis conversation. Hey, I don't even, yeah, I remember you, of course. So really, to clean up the oil on a stovetop, to obviously be very careful, but it is easiest to clean up if it's fresh. If you let it sit there and harden, it's going to be a lot harder to get up. So I've also found that, I don't know if I have one of them up here, depending upon what your stovetop is, ours is just a pretty simple like aluminum type top, like nothing fancy. I'll take a Brillo pad type thing to it, like one of those 3M whatnot. Hot soapy water for you? Yeah, I mean ideally you want something that's hot because when it's warmer, the oil's going to kind of liquefy again and it's easier to pick up at that point. If it's already been hardened on there and you just take like a room temperature paper towel and run it over it, it's not going to do shit. I mean, just to be honest, that's unfortunately what it's going to be like. So, I'm going to get some parchment paper on this just to ensure they don't stick. So yeah, I mean, this is also a similar type brush that would work really well. This is boar's hair, so it's really firm. It's almost like a Brillo pad and a little more natural. So you could just get like a little cup of hot soapy water, kind of soak this in there, and then just go to town on it, and that should do the trick. All right, so we're gonna get started making our wontons. I don't know how many we're gonna do on stream. If this takes a while, I don't want to bore you guys, so we'll start it and see how many we get through without it being, like I said, too slow. Yeah, mine's glass as well. I accidentally got the paper towel stuck to the stovetop. Yeah, definitely washes dishes with a beard lather brush. It is, yeah, it's actually, well, we have two of them. So, yeah, This one is really made for use in the kitchen. But yes, I used to use a boar's hair on my face when I used to shave. But then this one is really soft. I know you can't really see it, but this one is crazy soft. But they're made by the same company. It's this Rudiker something. I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, be careful, again, with hot oil because it is a dangerous thing to work with. That's how many bad burns happen.
Steam too.
Steam, yes. Somebody was asking specifically about how to get oil off of a stove.
Vinegar and baking soda.
There you go. I knew she'd have some kind of like hippie remedy for it.
Half cut lemon with some salt on it too, and scrub the shit out of it.
Can you hear her okay? If not, she can come up a little closer to make sure. But
the scrubby green thing for you.
That's what I had mentioned with like hot soapy water.
Yeah. Vinegar gets everything off, like just white distilled vinegar.
Yeah, we have like, I mean, we even use it as like pesticide essentially, or not pesticide, like a weed. Well, I don't know. You know, like the weed spray that you have, that like Roundup and products like that. We make an all natural one using a white distilled vinegar
and Epsom salt.
And Epsom salt. Again, much better for the earth, but prevents the weeds from coming back. So we've got our filling here. You heard me probably whisking up some eggs. So we're gonna make a little egg wash for our wonton wrappers. Yeah, please. Yeah, she has so many life hacks, it's crazy. And most of them revolve around like white vinegar, some sort of like baking soda, baking powder type products, lemon juice, like those acidic things that just do work.
Basic.
Whatever.
Yeah, we make dog shampoo out of vinegar, water, and dish soap. It works really well.
Yeah, it's a great alternative and like 1/10 of the cost.
Oh yeah. Although don't use the Castile soap.
No, do not use Castile soap. It turns it into lotion. We've done that before with Homer.
Yeah, because vinegar's basic, and Castile soap is like the fat.
All right, so
How long have you been pescatarian and what? Okay, so we've been pescatarian. I have eaten nothing but chicken and fish for probably, I mean, not exclusively, but probably about 10 years, and I would have like beef and pork very minimally within that. You ate whatever you wanted.
Oh yeah.
Whenever you wanted. I'm a nutrition student. I'm working towards being a registered dietitian, and in just the education that I've, been learning in that, I've had to watch some films and that, and just learning more about the meat industry in particular, and what your body needs in order to be healthy. That, in addition to why I stopped eating red meat and pork originally, I was working in the pet industry. I don't know what the smaller one is. I thought I got it out.
Whatever.
I'm talking.
Yeah.
And I was working in the pet industry for a wholesale pet supplier, and we sold a lot of like pet treats. And I was working with a lot of people who were basically involved in the meat packing industry, and kind of just saw a lot of things that I didn't like, and also saw a lot of animal parts on a daily basis, and I just didn't want to eat those things, seeing, bones and snouts and ears and stuff. I didn't necessarily want to eat those things when I got home. That was my own personal issue. I understand other people, that's not a problem for them. That was my own personal thing. In learning a little bit more about the impact that the industry has on the whole. As I've started to get educated about it more, we both kind of decided that, you know, we didn't crave it enough, we didn't need it enough to eat it. So that was why we stopped eating it. We both have felt better afterwards.
Yeah, I'll be honest. It was really hard for me at first. We moved from California to Colorado, and California, I kind of ate generally healthier. And when we came out to Colorado with all the wonderful meats and farms and stuff here, I started really eating a lot more meat. And it was around this time that Mrs. Biscotti started doing her program and was like, you know, I really want to get off of these products. And, you know, I just trying to be a supportive husband, I said I would do that with her. And
there are plenty of suppliers who are like responsible farmers, and you know, I do respect the people who try to, you know, it's hard for me. I can't, you know.
Yeah, and so, you know, at first I was doing it more so than anything just to support and, you know, let her have an ally in the fight. And then for the first month, it was really difficult. Mm-hmm. I was having a really hard time feeling full. Just, you know,
feeling...
It
took us a while to figure out.
Yeah, like how to operate. And there's actually another moderator in this stream that she's not here right now. That was a great resource for me. She's actually vegetarian. And I was talking to her because it's like, you know, how do you combat this where I'm always feeling hungry. I'm never feeling satiated from the food that I'm eating. And she gave me some great tips. One of them was trail mix became my best friend. So I was eating.
When you went on that work trip and I got you a bunch of snacks,
mm-hmm.
That kind of just opened up your mind to stuff that sounded good, and I think that's a lot of it too, is just trying different things and different ways of cooking, like the stuff we're doing tonight, of, you know, trying stuff that you may not have tried before, and different seasonings and things like that. And you know, it isn't necessarily easy. I do still crave things once in a while. But it still was worth the change for me. But I'm not going to go, like, criticize people who want to go have a good steak, especially if they're getting it from places that are, you know, well-sourced ingredients and where they treat the animals and the product well. Like, you know, that's... pretty much anything that we try to get it from, you know, hopefully places that are respecting the ingredients. It's not always easy, but it makes it at least taste better. Mm-hmm. And like, yeah, it was one of the markets that we go to frequently. They had their like meat supplier there, and they had a hog farmer there, and like, I'm not gonna get in an argument with him. Like.
But yeah, honestly, since going on this diet with her and finding a way to kind of, you know, feel good about, you know, not always feeling hungry and whatnot, my energy levels have gone way up.
Mm-hmm. More even.
Yeah, like I don't get that. You know, I work more of a standard 9-to-5 type of job, and I would go out for lunch every day and get like a burger or, you know, something of that nature that's going to be really heavy. And by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I was passing out at my desk. That doesn't happen to me anymore since, you know, having other options at lunch for myself, you know, whether it's, and I still don't necessarily eat nearly as healthy as Mrs. Biscotti does. You know, I eat fish and chips, I eat a lot of fried foods, but yet I still feel quite a bit better than before, and it's just getting rid of some of those processed meats, and you can take the lid off of it. So you'll notice with wontons, they're kind of finicky, and you're gonna lose some in the process. It's natural Don't worry. You've got to kind of find your rhythm to it, finding, how much egg wash to go with, how much filling to go with. The first few are probably not going to honestly be all that great. They're going to likely be slightly overstuffed. You're probably using a little too much egg wash, and so you're getting, like this guy over here, he's just going to be kind of a ball instead of...
He's the,
Yeah, he just kind of
monster wonton.
Yeah, he decided to just do his own thing. He's the creeper of the group, going back to our conversation earlier around Minecraft.
Yeah, you can use these to make ravioli.
Mm-hmm.
Although when I tried that, I failed miserably. I don't know what I did wrong.
But all I'm doing is I'm coming in with a little bit of egg wash going around the outside of it, kind of like making a square, and then taking just a little bit of the filling. Like, again, it's really not much.
What can I do with the water?
I have no idea.
I'm sorry. It's right here.
And then you come and you seal it, and you just kind of press out all those extra little air pockets to get a nice little seal around the outside. And you can see, like, you've still got some really great filling here in the middle, but then a nice seal around. But yeah, I would come back and continue to, like, just make sure they're not sticking to whatever surface you're working on. That's how this one kind of fell apart. Oh boy, you can read that.
Okay. Oh, yes. Michael Pollan. It just came out. He came out with a new edition of that book, I think just like a month or two ago. And he also has a series on Netflix called Cooked, which I also very much recommend. But yes, that is a very good call, The Carnivore's Dilemma. That is a great book. I would follow him, like, if you're on Twitter or whatever, I would follow him. He often posts really good information, other articles, and good resources for, like, sensible information. He's definitely, swung towards one end of it, but it's not, he tends to have, like, data and, information to back it up. The series on Netflix is really interesting. He kind of tries out different cooking methods, follows different chefs to get their input, and different, like, suppliers and stuff. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I would definitely recommend that. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I think the first episode of the cooked series, like, he makes this, like, giant, like, coal wood burning smoker barbecue. It looks almost like a UFO. Like, he's got it all tented in foil, and he's got, I think, like, either a whole pig or a half pig or something, like. And I think he gets a vegan, actually, to eat, like, a piece of the pig, and she, like, maybe, like, if you ate, a cold smoked pig right now, like, imagine.
Yeah, but to something you said earlier, never feel bad about asking too many questions. That's why we do this, is to answer questions and try and help people. I say my goal every stream is to get one person to learn one thing. If that happens, that makes me a happy person. Like, it makes me feel like I'm doing my job as a streamer. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm not doing this to, gain fame or anything. I'm doing it to just try and help people. So we want you asking questions. We want you participating in chat and, try to help each other. Like, that, we're a community here, so.
The more questions, the more we have to talk about.
Exactly, like, you're giving us. Yes, we are. I like to think of myself as nice and friendly. She definitely is, otherwise I wouldn't have married her. So.
Well, it goes both ways.
Yeah. And we tend to be a little bit slower when we're cooking stuff, so we can interact more. I know a lot of people would just want to see the food done quickly, but like I show myself chopping everything and going through the process because it gives us more time to interact. Like I don't want this stream to just be like a half-hour cooking show. I want to show you guys the whole process. So
Do you want to help with it?
maybe on the next batch I'm gonna get these into the water. So I've got quite a few of these now, kind of banged out just as triangles.
We've got some water that's been like simmering on the stove. We're gonna get them cooking because it's almost like a pasta dough. The wonton skins. No, I don't know why I can't. It's like I can't back up out of a driveway, and I can parallel park really well, but I
Yes,
also
you can.
can't figure out the camera. Anyway, here's the wonton skins. They're like little flat pasta dough, and that's what we wrap these in. So we're gonna start boiling them in order to cook the dough, and then we're gonna sear them off to get the bottoms nice and crispy. So he's putting them in the hot water right now, and then getting a pan hot in order to get them crispy when they're done. Well, you just gotta like text us or something. You've seen Kimbo, so like you need to let us know when you're coming to some degree.
Who is this?
Tick.
Yeah.
Because we had freaking PBS show up the other day.
Oh, I'm so mad. I'm gonna swing this over. Well, no, I'll leave it here. So, can you start
Yeah.
the next batch? So, this is how I was having success. Take one. Like, really get most of the egg wash off of it. And just go around the outside, but try not to get any on the underside, because that's what's gonna make it stick. And then, like, a lightly filled small scoop right in the middle. Like, that's it. And then fold up, and then start at the top and like kind of press your way down, and then pick it up, and like really like press out all the air. And then as you move on, like come back to this just to make sure it doesn't stick. Hey, Swags. No worries at all, my man. So I'm going to turn the bigger camera this way and leave the smaller one on Mrs. Biscotti so you can still kind of see her do her work. Wonton origami hype. Swag says hello.
Hello.
So I'm just kind of moving them around in the water to try to make sure that they're not sticking to the bottom and they're not sticking to each other because this dough is kind of sticky. You saw like we're basically getting the dough to stick to itself around the edge. So yeah. I think I'm gonna actually cook these in a peanut oil, so that'll give it a little extra nice taste to it. So this pot should be nice and hot now. I'm gonna check on our fish. Yeah, this is looking good. So, this is our kind of like herb crusted fish with that garlic and lime. So what we're actually going to do with this is, as it cools down a little bit and is easier to touch, I'm going to take those limes that's in there and I'm going to squeeze it right over the top, so it's going to have that nice like roasted lime citrus flavor added to it. It's already got that chili flavor, so this is where we get that like chili lime action going back and forth. So, oh, what's inside these bad boys? So there is, hold on, I need my, What's over it? Oh yeah, no, I'm looking for, I just had a frickin' thing that I was, oh, here it is. It's a mix of, yeah, basically mushrooms. It's 2 kinds of mushrooms It's tofu, cabbage, carrots, green onion, ginger, garlic, and then like a sauce that kind of binds it together of like chili paste and sake and rice vinegar and soy sauce, like things like that. So yeah. So I'm gonna get another little sheet pan.
Okay.
Make sure you're getting like a nice, like on both sides, going all the way around. Yeah, can you get one?
This is why my ravioli
Probably.
is like that.
Keeps losing shit.
Oh, I tore that one too bad.
Mrs. Biscotti is having some trouble over there. I might have to intervene.
I'm not patient enough. They're getting dry too. I put them in like a.
No, it's fine if they're dry.
Because that's why they're tan.
Oh yeah, I like after you make them, it's fine if they become dry. So I'm taking these out of the boiling water. Again, it's not like a rumbling boil, but oh, looks like one of them tore. And you're gonna get quite a few that are not gonna come out great, and that's okay. You're making plenty, so they'll carry over.
There.
There's this one. Oh, I need.
Oh.
Computer started dying. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Hey, what's up, Wanda?
Yeah.
Mrs. Biscotti says hello. Oh my god, I fell behind, sorry. Yeah, food babies with this meal will be amazing. Wanda says hello again. Alright, so we're gonna get some peanut oil in our pan. And these should fry up very quickly. They're going to be popping because there's water on these, and water and oil get angry. I know, right? Yeah, you do really got to make a lot of these to get some satisfaction. Wonton, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. What's up, Blackout? White guy support for sure. So there's an awesome gentleman that I watch stream that happens to be a black man, and it was the night after Aaron's thing went down,
Yeah.
and I was telling him about how like I went out there to like, you know, it was an African American family that I was worried was being harassed by the cops, and so I went out there to offer some white guy support to the black family, and he just loved that line. Oh, I ruined that one, but it's still gonna be all right.
We do what we can.
Yeah. So you can see now, we've got a nice crisp on that wonton, and it's pretty badass. So again, we're just going to show you a couple of these. Ah. Yeah, they're going to be good. They're kind of a pain in the ass to work with, but they taste really good. And honestly, like, it's not going to be the prettiest preparation of something. Again, our fish over here, which I need to... So we're going to take that lime, remember that I was saying, got all nice and charred, and pour some of that charred juice right on the fish. And then we also have some nice roasted garlic that came out of that. Hey, get out of the way. Kimbo getting all up in my shit. Where'd my plate go? Where's that thing? So, and again, you know, this is not the fastest thing to cook because it's a multi-step process, but the end product I do believe is worth it. I really like wontons. So yeah, again, we just got some nice wontons going. It's probably hard to see with the light reflecting, but it's got a really nice crispiness to it. We've got our kind of like Asian style slaw to go with it. So this is, again, just some cabbage, some radishes, red bell peppers, ginger, green onion, and parsley with a nice dressing that just kind of, oh my god, it's just like, it's good. All raw, oh, and carrots, shredded carrots, all just raw ingredients, so it's just a nice raw, crisp salad that's going to have a lot of bite to it. It's got some vinegars and whatnot in there. That's
That'd be good on top of like even a burger or
yeah, exactly. Like
or something.
this has a lot of purposes to it. You could put this really on anything. And then no, I know. What else did we make though? Oh, the fish. Just show them a little more up close of the fish. So this is our like herb crusted roasted cod with the chili lime, kind of, not really sauce, but just marinade that was with it. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, that's going to be our dinner tonight. So that's plenty, I think, to make for now. You know, we're just going to continue to kind of bang out these wontons, but thank you, everybody.
Eat while we make them.
Huh?
Eat while we make them.
Yeah, like we're going to start eating the meal as we make them. So we're gonna kind of go in on a lot of this food as we're finishing up the meal. But thank you everybody for hanging out. Chat was extremely awesome tonight. I really do appreciate it. It's great seeing some new people, some old people, just mixing and hanging out, asking questions. You know, like I said, we're here to try and educate people and have a good time and give you guys some new ideas and get a good understanding. Yeah, exactly. Freeze them and share the wealth. But yeah, I hope everyone had a really good time tonight. We definitely did. This is, I think, one of the more fun meals that we've made, actually. It's just kind of fun to go through all the steps, and you guys make it the most fun. So let's see if there's anybody for us to go raid. I believe Tippy is on, which I really like her. She's an awesome lady, and she'll come in here from time to time. And let's see. Actually, let's raid Jaded. She's been supportive as well with the stream, and Tippy actually hasn't started, so you'd be on a starting soon screen instead. So let's go raid her and say ODB Fridge Raid. She's awesome, and I don't even know what she's playing, actually. She's playing Evolve, actually. But awesome lady, fun things, and yeah, thank you again for everything. I love you guys. You're the best. Good night, everybody. We'll be back soon.